Hello and welcome to Verbling. My name is Teacher Oakley, and today and tomorrow at this particular time slot, we're going to talk about and do a lot of practice in word forming. Of course, English language, like many languages, of course, there are root words which we use to form various other kinds of words, nouns and verbs and adjectives and adverbs. Well, when we're talking about word forming, we're talking about using those root or base words and creating different types of words. Usually the basic form is a noun or a verb, and we're going to talk about how we can change those base or root words into other types of words. Hello, Lilia.
Hello.
Hi, is that correct, Lilia?
Yes.
Hi. Oh, okay. Well, where are you from?
I'm from Mexico.
All right. Very good. Welcome to the class. Hi, I'm Oakley. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Okay. Okay, you're gonna have to give me a minute because I had a browser crash 1 minute before the class, so I had to close all my material and reboot. So it's gonna take me just a minute to reset everything here. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm gonna do a screen share and I'm gonna start talking to you. Lilia, do you know what a prefix and a suffix is? Sorry. What do you know what prefixes and suffixes are, rather?
I'm not sure.
Okay, well, that's no problem because I'm going to show you exactly what they are. Okay, let me welcome some others to the class. Hello, Robinson.
Hello, teacher.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, teacher. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing okay, thanks.
Okay.
And let me also welcome Sabrina. Hello, Sabrina.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Thank you.
Great. Welcome to the class. Also, I'd like to welcome Xavier. Hello, Xavier. How are you doing?
Hello. Hello. Fine.
Hello, hello.
Thanks.
Okay. All right. Okay, and Keiko has joined us. Hello, Keiko. There. Keiko, are you there? Keiko, hello, hello. Hi there. Okay. All right, Keiko, when you can, say hello. Okay. Keiko, yes, hello. Okay. All right. Let's get started here. I'm going to do a little screen share here with you and talk to you about forming different types of words. Now, okay, usually in English language we have root or base words. Very often they come from Greek or Latin, quite frequently. Sometimes they're borrowed from other languages. And more often than not, when we have Greek or Latin root or base words, they're going to be a large word family, okay? A family of words. For example, okay, if I have the word sense, the base word sense has an enormous word family. Lilia, do you know another word that comes from the word sense? Can you add something to that word? Do you know another related word, Lilia? with sense?
Um, um, sorry, teacher.
Okay. Okay. No problem. Hang on. Maybe you don't have the idea yet. Robinson, how about you? Can you, using the word sense, can you add something to it, create another word?
Sense, teacher. No, teacher. No, sense is fear.
Well, sense, S-E-N-S-E. I have written it in the Verbling chat box. Sense. Okay, here, let me write it right here. Okay. We're gonna, okay, all right.
Sense.
Okay, for example, all right, sense. This word, sense.
Okay.
Okay, this is the base word. Can you add something to it to make another word?
No, teacher.
No. Okay, Sabrina, how about you? Can you? Do you know any
Sensible.
other words related to this? Okay, what's that?
Sensible.
Sensible. Yes, that's the idea. Sensible. Excellent. Xavier, can you think of a word? Xavier, are you there?
Synonyms? Synonyms?
Sorry, your connection isn't very good. I'm not looking. Hello. Do you know another word you can use the base word sense to create?
No.
No. Okay. All right. Keiko, can you show me another word?
Senseless.
Sure. Senseless. Okay. Sensible. Senseless. Okay. Hello, Anna. Welcome to the class. Hi, Anna.
Thank you, teacher.
Hi
How are
there.
you?
I'm okay. How about you? Can you think of another word that uses the base word sense?
I am not sure, but I think that sensible, maybe.
Sensible? Yeah, we already have that. Here it is. Sensible. Yes.
Ah, sensation.
Sensation. Okay. Very good. Okay, Heidi. Hello, Heidi. Welcome to the class.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you. Can you think of any other words that come from the base word sense?
Before sense, it's okay.
What? Yeah, sure. You want to put a
Nonsense.
prefix?
Nonsense.
Yeah, my favorite word. Okay. All right. Sensation, nonsense. If you can, sensational. Sensationally. Nonsensical. Okay, there are about something like 32 different words that come from the word sense. Okay, there are numerous words that come from this base word. All right, how are we changing? We're basically using the same base word. Maybe we get rid of the E and add something else. Heidi gave me a word with a prefix, okay? That non in front, that's called a prefix. All of these others, I-B-L-E, L-E-S-S, T-I-O-N, I-C-A-L, L-Y, A-L. All of these are called suffixes. All right. Suffixes change the meaning slightly. Usually all of the words are quite related to the base word. However, what they definitely will do is change the kind of word. So they change, usually a base is a noun or a verb. So it can change it into another noun that means a person. It can change it into an adjective or an adverb. So if you learn one word in English with the help of suffixes, you can use it in many contexts with many sentence structures. You don't, in fact, in English, you really are learning one word. If you know about suffixes, if you learn one word since, you can learn dozens of words. Let's look at some suffixes. For example, nouns. Okay, nouns are words that talk about people, places, or things. All right, they're words that have actual meanings. Now, nouns for things, we use these various suffixes: ment, ity, nes. Let's see if you guys can come up with some words. For example, okay, starting with ment. Lilia, back to you. Let me quickly welcome Arlette to the class. Hello, Arlette.
Hello, teacher. Hello, class.
Hello, hello. Welcome to the class.
Thank you.
Okay, Arlette, I'm going to come around to you in a jiffy here, just a moment. But first, Lilia, do you know a word that ends with ment?
Announcement.
Okay, you got it. Announcement. Terrific.
I'm sorry, my microphone was open.
Oh, that was you, Anna? Okay. All right. Okay. Sorry, Lily, I'll give you another one. ITY. Okay. ITY. Can you give me a word that ends with? Okay, I guess not. All right. Robinson. ITY. Can you give me a word that ends with ITY? Obviously, meant, announcement, that is a noun. That is a thing. You might hear an announcement. ITY, what do you think?
Teacher, I don't know. Quality? Quality, maybe.
I think you do know, because that is one. Very good. Quality, excellent. A quality, another noun, a thing, abstract, but a noun nonetheless. Sabrina, how about ness?
Happiness.
Happiness, excellent. The happiness, another noun. Okay, abstract, but definitely a noun. T-I-O-N, lots of words with T-I-O-N. Xavier.
Mention.
Mention. Okay, he received an honorable mention. Okay, excellent. All nouns. You notice they all have in common, they're all nouns. Keiko, one more. Either ents or ents. Ents or ents.
Substance.
Substance. I always get confused with the ents or ents, whether it's E-N-C or A-N-C-E for the spelling.
A-N-C. A-N-C-E.
Yeah.
A-N-C-E.
Yeah, I got it on that one, but I'm saying it's common for me, even though I'm an English teacher, to sometimes get confused if it's a E or A. So, you know, if that happens to you, don't feel bad. Okay, well, look, I just randomly asked you guys for groups of words. All of these words are what? They're all nouns. In fact, most of them are somewhat abstract nouns. You see how that works? If you end a word with these different suffixes, you're getting a noun. You can, for example, what do we have here? Announce, right? Announce, and then we add meant. Qual is a root word, like it's obviously in many other words. Qualify, quality. Okay, obviously happy is the root word here. All right. Mention, okay, M-E-N, believe it or not, is also a root. Okay. Substance. Actually, you got two things going on here. Interestingly, sub is obviously a root word. What does sub mean, Keiko, since you gave me that one? What does sub often mean? You know?
Sub is a prefix.
Usually. That's true.
That generally is used referring to something that is inner or beneath something.
Under.
For example, submerge.
Submerge, submarine.
Submarine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Some words are actually too, well, like substance. It's basically what's normally a prefix and a suffix put together. So if you can, most importantly is recognizing that these suffixes are used for nouns. It will help you also to understand learning vocabulary in context. Okay, the word is at the beginning of the sentence. I don't know the word, but it ends with M-E-N-T. That's got to be a noun. You can be, you're sure of it. Okay, there's also, let's look at nouns for people. All right, Anna, ER.
Worker.
Worker, okay, yeah, sure. There's a lot of them. Carpenter, farmer, okay, lots of them. Sure, Heidi, how about OR?
Or like doctor or.
Doctor, sure. Executor, okay, there's a lot of them. Orator, okay. Arlette, how about ist?
Think a dentist.
A dentist. I
Yes.
want to be a dentist. Okay. You know that song? Never mind. Sorry.
No.
Yes. Okay. It's from the movie play Little Shop of Horrors. You should see it. I recommend it. Good for your English. Okay. All right, Robinson. How about E?
E.
Noun. E. Can you think of one?
Employee.
Employee. Very good. Right on. Very simple. There you go. If you see a word with these endings, you know it's referring to a person. This can be very helpful. And if you separate it and look at the root word, if you're familiar with that root word, a lot of times that can help you. Sometimes the root words are more obscure, of course, but at the very least, you can recognize the word form. It will help figuring out the meaning in context, at the very least. Let's try verbs. Let's check out all of these. Let's see if we can do it. Sabrina, do you know a word with IFY? A verb that ends with IFY. It's a little more challenging for you.
Yes, it's difficult to remember.
Okay, I won't be satisfied unless you can give me an answer.
Thank you.
Okay. You got my clue, huh? Okay.
Yes, that's
okay. All right, fine. Satisfy. Okay, great. Sure, there's one. ISE or IZE. Really, Actually, either here. Really, this should say IZE as well. British like to write ISE, Americans write IZE for a lot of verbs, but it's really the same, pretty much, no, it's really the same suffix. Xavier, can you give me a verb that ends with ISE or IZE?
Reside is a verb.
Say what? Again?
Reside. Reside.
I don't know. Can you spell it?
In the chat, I write in the chat.
Ah, okay. Resize. Oh,
Resize.
yeah. Yeah. Okay. I thought you said criticize, which is another one. Okay. Well, okay. Well, that's an interesting one, actually, Xavier, because this is a combination of the prefix re, which means again. Okay. And actually, size is actually a root word. So size again. So that one's very strange because it's actually not actually the suffix. You're actually using a different root word. So, but you're right. It does. Nevertheless, it does use IZE, and it is a verb. Okay, great. All right. Okay. How about EN? There's a tough one. Keiko, can you think of one with EN?
Threaten.
Threaten. Okay. Threaten, moisten, frighten. Sure. Okay. All right. And then we also see, what's this? EN dash. This is a prefix. All right. A prefix in front of the word. Anna, can you think of a word that begins with EN?
Entertainment.
Entertain.
Entertain.
Okay. Sure, verb. To entertain, yeah. To envelop, to enfold, to enable. Again, there's a lot there. Okay. Again, when you see these suffixes or en starting a word, you can realize that it's going to be a verb. Lots of suffixes for adjectives. Okay, there are a lot. Adverbs are easy. Not all adverbs end with ly, but many do. Okay, there are a lot of. Well, let's try it. Why not? Let's see if we can. How quickly can we do this? Okay, Heidi. Let's. OUS.
Obvious. Serious.
No. Well, obviously, yes.
Okay. Serious.
Okay. Okay. Now, okay. Now I'm joking with Heidi, but I said obviously. Okay, that's where our adverb comes in. If we add ly to her adjective.
Yeah.
All right. This happens a lot. This is very common.
The adverb.
It is. That's right. If I add ly and then I create an adverb. That happens a lot. An adjective suffix.
Serious or
Serious. Seriously. Come on. Seriously.
previous.
Previously. Yeah. There you go. That happens a lot. We'll take an adjective ending to the root word and then add another suffix. So there you go. You will frequently see double or two suffixes added to a root word. Okay? Happens a lot, changing an adverb to an adjective, as Heidi has just demonstrated with like 3 or 4 examples there. Arlette, can you think of an adjective with able or able?
Teacher.
Responsible.
Okay, responsible. Yes. Whoever said that? Somebody has a question?
I had example comfortable.
Comfortable. Absolutely.
Comfortable.
I have one word about that. The middles, just this has nothing to do with this lesson. Separate, totally separate piece of information for you. The word comfortable, as I speak it, you notice that it's not comfortable. The middle syllable is dropped completely. This is called ellipsis. We sometimes drop entire words. We sometimes reduce pronunciation. This is a case where we drop a syllable. Just so you know, Anna, it's more native speakers, not all Americans, Indian, British, Australian, all of us. We say comfortable.
Comfortable.
Yeah, that's better.
Comfortable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Sure. Okay, moving on. Robinson, can you think of an adjective with al ending?
Okay, teacher. Arrival.
Haha. Okay. Well, you have blown my game. The arrival. This is a noun. I can't say the arrival cat. Okay. So sometimes some suffixes, al in particular, can be used for nouns or adjectives. Okay. Can you think of an adjective?
Yes. Adjective. Teacher, let me see.
Yeah.
Critical.
Critical. Oh, okay. Now, okay, actually, I like that very much. You probably cheated. You probably saw the root word up here used as a verb, and you figured, oh, wait a minute, I can change the suffix and use the adjective version of the same word. Great. That's the whole point of this lesson. I love that you cheated. That's terrific. Great. Feel free for the rest of the lesson and tomorrow's lesson to cheat as much as possible. That's what I want you guys to be able to do, is change word forms by changing the suffixes. Good job. Really good job. Okay. Great. We also create adjectives by adding ed and ing. Okay, so Sabrina, can you give me an example of that?
I give a guess.
Okay.
Criticizing.
Okay. Okay, instead of give a guess, you take a guess. I'll take a guess. Okay.
I'll take a guess.
Okay, you're gonna also cheat. Wonderful, good job. Criticize the criticized movie, or criticizing the criticizing woman, for example. Okay, sure. Okay, that's possible. Sure. You got to be careful with these. For example, I'll give you a different example just to make my point a little clearer. Bored, boring. Okay. I feel bored. All right, to talk about ourselves. He is bored. To talk about his feelings. To describe it, to talk about his feelings, he's bored. To talk about to describe what is causing him to be bored, it's boring. The movie was boring. The teacher was boring. So he was bored. All right, you got to be careful about using these. These are sort of they kind of go together. Obviously related, very much so. But you just need to be a little bit careful of those, using those. See how they're together here in the list. So are the next pair, full and less. Xavier, can you give me an adjective with full or less?
Sure. Powerful.
Okay. All right. And quite clearly.
Helpless.
Helpless, or you know what? I'm just going to use your word. It's perfectly fine. Powerful, powerless. Those are both words. All right. If you don't mind, I'm gonna. Yeah, helpless. He's very powerful. Okay, you got to be careful with these as well, because the meaning isn't exactly. They're not exactly antonyms. Sometimes they are, but sometimes they're not. For example, okay, your other example, helpful and helpless. They're not exactly antonyms. They're not exactly opposite. You're very helpful. You help other people. If you're helpless, well, I mean a couple things, but you cannot help yourself. Helpful, you help others. Helpless, you can't help yourself. Okay. So they can be slightly different meanings with full and less. But there are a lot of combinations like this, nevertheless, with the same root word. Okay, so very good. Good job. Okay, lots and lots of adjectives start with ick. End with ick. I see. So, Keiko, can you give me one example?
Bureaucratic.
Great. You have to give me a word I don't even know if I can spell. All right. Yes. Success. Bureaucratic. Ah, okay. All right. All right. Okay. Okay. Here we actually have a couple different suffixes added on. What I was mentioning before, that will happen. You will have double suffixes, two different suffixes. This is very normal. All right. Great job. Anna, how about IVE as an adjective?
Live.
What? Live? No.
Live, no? Talkative.
Okay, there we go. Talkative. Okay, very good. Yes, that's it. Yeah, don't be fooled by, of course I could probably make, he has a tick in his eye, I see. Well, that's not actually a suffix. Okay, very short, it's one word. Obviously, you know, I could say live, L-I-V-E. Well, that's not really a suffix, so it's not going to change. Okay, you're dealing with roots here, okay, by themselves. Obviously, all of our examples are somewhat bigger. Oh, okay. All right, let's see if we can. Let's see if we can come up with some forms using a table here. All right. What are the other forms of the word? See if you know the suffixes we would normally use. All right. This may be a little bit more challenging. Heidi, what is the verb for the noun beauty?
Beauty. What is
Beauty. Yeah.
what does it mean? I don't know.
Yeah. Do you know the actual? There really is one. There is a verb. Do you know?
To?
Well, I put to just, it's very normal practice to put to in front of a verb just to clarify that it's a verb. Yeah, like down here it says to develop. The word is not to develop, the word is develop. But just to signify it's a verb, you might put the preposition to in front of it, because to is always in front of a verb. Well, infinitive verbs. Sometimes people will write a beauty, but of course that's not really helpful because uncountable nouns we can't use a.
For the verb?
For the verb, do you know the word? Would it help to see the suffixes? Look at some of these suffixes here. Does that help?
Your at what? Like that? What? I can't understand the question.
Okay. Does anybody know what we're looking at is? Sorry.
The preposition?
Yes. Okay, I'll get rid of to. It's just it makes it clear that it's a to depend, to develop, to show the infinitive forms, just to make it clearer that it's a verb. But if that confuses you, I'll get rid of it. Fine. What is the verb of form of beauty?
Beauty. Form of beauty. Okay.
Yeah. The action, the verb.
Beautify.
That's it. Okay. Beautify. Okay, that's it. Okay. That's it. So, all right. IFY, again, that makes a verb. Okay, great. Arlette, what is the adjective form?
Beautiful.
Of course it is. Beautiful. Okay, now I need to point out, remember the full, powerful, powerless, helpful, helpless. We have beautiful here. Is there a beautiless?
No.
Beautyless. No. We don't have any, there's no such word, beautyless. We have other words for that. Ugly. For example, okay. Robinson, what's the adverb form of beauty?
Like adverb.
Sorry?
Beautify?
No.
No.
Let's see if I can help you out. Remember how I was talking about, like, obvious, we just add ly, obviously, responsible, responsibly, critical, critically. Actually, it's very common. Powerful, powerfully, powerless, powerlessly. All right? It's going to be very common to create an adverb by simply adding ly to the adjective.
Beautifully.
Beautifully, yeah.
Beautifully. There you go. So not that complicated. Okay. This is very common. Not every time, but a lot. A real lot. Almost all the time. Okay. How about adjective? Solved. The solved crime. All right. Adjectives modify a noun. What on earth? Sabrina, what would the verb form be for solve?
To solve?
That's it. Solve. Okay. Exactly. All right. That was pretty simple. Okay. Xavier, what is the noun form of solve?
Maybe solver?
Solver. That is a nice try, I must say. Now, okay, now here's where I have to share something with you guys. To be perfectly honest, I don't know if this is actually a word or not. Solver, of course, you're thinking that that's a person who solves something, right? Actually, whenever I teach about suffixes and prefixes, I will run into words that I am not familiar with because I don't regularly use them. And so I'm not even sure, but it certainly seems like this was probably a meaning, and it is. Okay, a solver is actually mathematical software. Okay. So yeah, you're right. Okay, that's cool. I did not know that word. This is a good way for even native speakers to learn new vocabulary. I didn't know that word. Very good. There's another one though, which is the same root word, SOL, and that is solution. Is also, in fact, a noun in the same family. Okay. Great. Good job, Xavier. Keiko, what is the adverb?
Solvently.
No.
Solvent. Totally different word.
Maybe
Actually,
Solvable, no?
maybe
Solvent. Someone who is able to pay their debt.
Solvent?
yeah,
Solvable.
Right.
Act is solvently.
Yeah. Okay. I get your meaning, but that's kind of a different family because this is a solution and solving, figuring out a problem. Solvent, very closely related, but I would call that with ENT a different word family. So while you're right, it doesn't really fit. Actually, that was a trick. It was a dirty, stinking, rotten trick on my part because as part of this particular word family, there actually is no adverb. I need to make the point that there's not always a verb, noun, adjective, and adverb. All right, so Keiko, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm torturing you.
Teacher,
Keiko,
it's difficult. It's difficult to find difference between the words.
but actually, you guys are doing a great job. So everyone's doing very well. Keiko, you want to redeem yourself?
Solubly.
Solvably? Solvably? Could that possibly be a word? Solvably.
No,
Sometimes
solubly. From solution. Solubly.
Soluble. Soluble. Well, now you're getting into soluble. You know soluble? Do you know what that means? Soluble?
Yes, something that is dissolved in other. For example, salt is soluble in water.
That's exactly right. That's right. So, yeah. Yeah. Again, it's very close to the root word, but these are kind of different word families, you know, because the meaning is way, way different. Keiko, can you give me a noun that belongs in this group with develop, the next group?
Development.
Of course. All right. There's been a new development. Okay. Great. So you develop development. What's an adjective? Anna? Yes.
Teacher.
Certainly. Xavier?
For the verb develop, the nouns can be developer in the nouns.
Whoops, why did I do that? Yes, it can be. Actually, you're absolutely right. Okay, that's a very important point. Develop. Developer. Is it O-R or E-R?
Yeah.
I think it's E-R. All right. Developer.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's the developer. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, it can. So there you go. You may not have all 4 word forms. Okay. You may not have an adverb form. However, you may have 2 different noun forms or several different adjective forms. Okay, that's another important point. Yes, you're absolutely correct. Certainly it is. There's not just one of each. That would be nice and neat and mathematical, but that's not the way it works, of course. Anna, what is an adjective?
Maybe developing.
Developing, a developing country. Okay, developing, developed. Okay, the area was fully developed. Okay, definitely. All right, I'm just going to get rid of this so I can fit all this stuff. Okay, very good. Heidi, is there an adverb?
Yeah. Even developed is a adjective.
Sorry?
Developed.
Yeah, ED. Yeah, I agree.
Developed country. How different developing country or developed country?
Well, one means if it's developing, it's in the middle of developing. And if it's a developed country, like, well, okay, I live in the Philippines, I would say we're a developing country. You live in Japan, I would say you live in a developed country.
Already finished.
Yeah, like that. At least way ahead, at the very least. Okay. Heidi, is there an adverb?
I don't know. Developing.
I don't know either. I don't think so. This is another trick. I don't think so. Developingly. Yeah, I don't think so.
Teacher,
All right.
developmentally? No?
Oh my God. Developmentally. Yes, that's a word for sure. I forgot about that. Okay, let me just check so I don't mislead the class. But yeah, developmentally challenged people. It may have some physical or some other limitations. Developmentally disabled, developmentally, yes, actually, you are totally correct. Yeah, I know that word. Oh, I'm wrong. Wait a minute. There is an adverb. Okay, it's a big, long one, but... Okay, developmentally. All right. Great. Good job. Okay, I forgot about that one. Yeah, I can't... You know, this is one lesson when I'm teaching suffixes and word families. It's impossible for me to be the all-knowing teacher. I'll be honest with you. It's impossible. I have not memorized every possible English word, and I'm going to run into words, adverbs, and adjectives, excuse me, with suffixes that I don't hear in normal English conversation, or I maybe have only read once or twice in my life, but they do exist. So it's impossible for me to come up with them all. And I always, again, I always discover new words. Okay. Arlette, are you still here? No, she isn't. Okay. Robinson, can you think of a verb for happy? What? Is there a verb to have? Yeah, is there a verb? Happify. Happicize. I'm going to happicize you.
No,
I'm going to unhappy you.
no, teacher. You happy.
No, I don't
Oh,
think
no,
so.
no,
I don't think so.
not active. No.
Okay. How about a noun form?
Ha, happiness.
Happiness. I like happify. I'm gonna use that as a. I'm gonna make up a word now. Happify. All right. I'm gonna teach it to y'all. He goes, worldwide, people in Verbling are gonna be saying happify. I want to happify you. To make someone happy. Okay. Let's all start using it, and then it will spread into the English language. This is how stupid English is. I could probably do it. We could probably do it. We could probably create a word right here, right now, by adding a logical suffix to a known base or root word. We could probably create a word. No kidding. Okay. Sabrina, what's the adverb with happy?
I tried here, but I don't listen. Unhappily. Happily.
Happily or unhappily. Yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
Fine.
Yeah, that's right. That's fine. It's great. Okay, great. Xavier, impression. What is the verb? That's the noun, impression, and impression. Make an impression on someone. Xavier, do you know?
Impression.
Yeah.
Hello. Impression.
What's a verb?
I don't know. Impress.
To impress. Absolutely. Yeah, that's right. Great. All right. To impress. All right. Terrific. Keiko, what would be the adjective?
Impressive.
Impressive? Sure. Very impressive. Be impressed. Impressive, yeah. Great. Is there an adverb, Anna?
Impressible.
What? You're
Let
close.
me think. Impressive. I'm not sure.
Well, you were real close. You said something like impressive.
Impressionally, no?
Impressionally. No, I'm not sure. But just usually make it easier on yourself, okay? Usually the normal adjective, just add ly. In addition to the
Impressively and
impressively.
impressionably.
Impressively. Okay, he sang the song impressively. It impressed everyone. So he's singing the verb. Adverbs, of course, working on the verb. I think impressionable is the other word you're thinking of. Impressionably. Yeah, okay. These are also possible. Impressionable with able is another one. I think this is a word. Impression, impress. I think this is like sense. The first word we started with. I think it's a very large word group, word family, I could call it. Okay, around one more here. Heidi, what's the noun of depend? Dependent. Exactly. Okay.
Dependency.
Dependency. Oh, okay. There's another one. Okay, and by the way, there's the y, that's a suffix we didn't look at, which often is used for nouns as well. Great. 2-for-1 deal. Excellent. Robinson, do you know an adjective?
An adjective dependable. Dependable.
Indeed. Yeah, most certainly.
Yes.
Dependable. Okay, and I guess it's pretty easy to see. Dependably.
Dependably.
Here's the problem. Here's where I get confused. See the E with the ABL. Sometimes when we just add the ly, we actually get rid of. There's no E. That can be confusing for spelling. Okay, it confuses me even. Okay. Affixo. Okay, here are the most common affixes or prefixes, which are used to express negative. Affixes means they're negative prefixes, that's all. You can just think of them as prefixes. Another easy way, if you know the word, the base of the root word, it's pretty easy to figure out when you see these negative prefixes like discomfort, uninformed, in. I can't think of any with in. Can anybody think of a negative with in? I can't right now. Well, that's impossible. Incensed. Oh my God, we just said that at the same time. Jinx.
Intolerant.
Intolerant. Oh, good one. Okay, yeah. All right. Illogical, irrational, mistrust. Okay, or les. Okay. Affixes just mean, I guess, they're negative. Okay, most of these are prefixes. Okay, here's another. Well, we can do more of this tomorrow. Okay, actually, maybe we should do that because I'm out of time. Maybe we'll quickly review this and we'll look at some prefixes along with some other stuff. Okay, I just noticed we're out of time. Maybe we could do that tomorrow, and we'll do a lot of other exercises in context tomorrow. So I hope you can join me for that. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, teacher. Good.
Thank you,
class.
teacher. Bye.
Bye. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.